Hello, welcome to another session of Learn with Veer Sagar. In the last couple of sessions, we have been talking about retention and attrition. And we talked about in a global terms, that means retention for the company, right, as a whole. Today we will talk about a little more specific about retention. We talked about what percentage is a good retention percentage. How much attrition should you have? And if you don't have natural attrition, what should you do? Now I'm going to talk about very specific retention. People talk about what environment you're going to work on. How are you going to take your company where you want it to take? And we talk about product, we talk about market, right? But we never talk about people. So for taking a company where you want it to take, you need to grow your company around a certain number of people. So, and that need not necessarily be your immediate successors. At different levels, you need to have people who will provide different kinds of inputs. So one thing I've always believed in is while we are looking at attrition as a percentage of the organization, there are certain people that we must keep in our organization, that even if the attrition is high or low, these people do not leave. So how do you manage that? The way I used to do it, and I'm not sure this is the only way, I'm sure there are better ways to do that, is ask each section head that if you had only to keep two people, you have to sack your department and you only get two people to do your job, who are the two that you would take? And with that, you create a pool of people at different levels of people who you want to keep, who are your good guys. These are what I call your A class. Some of them will be actual promotion to departmental heads, to managers, to section heads, and some may not be because they may not want an administrative kind of job. But at the same time, they are required for the company's growth. So we make a list of this and then you distribute these people to different managers in the organization. The only rule in such a distribution is that the same person does not get more than 3 or 4 and definitely not more than 2 in the same group. They could get 4 people from different layers, different grades, but not necessarily 4 from the same group. That's one. Secondly, no person gets somebody who's reporting to him or her. But if you're reporting it to, because that is built in already, the system should provide that if you're a good person, then your boss would be taking care of you anyway. This is over and above what is provided in the organization. So we pick a handful of people who we call highflyers, people who we want to keep at virtually at all cost, because these are the people who will build the company as you go forward. Then these are allocated to specific managers who have nothing to do with this person in the organizational hierarchy. He is not giving the person a job, he is not doing his evaluation, he is doing nothing. But we give him and say, you are responsible for this person. If any of these people leave, it's a black mark on your career. You have to explain why they left. You have to catch their problems, their dislikes, their likes, their whatever feelings they're having of uncertainty or feeling blocked, whatever problems they have, they must confide in you. You must build such a strong relationship with them that they look at you as a friend, mentor, support. And then they look at you, they talk to you, then you understand what is going wrong with them. What is making them feel uncomfortable, and you correct that. It could be a behavior with his boss, with him or her. Right? It could be that certain things he feels left out. Right? So you do that and make sure that these people then build these up. The question I've always had is, okay, the person who is being marked, should he or she be told, you are on the fast track and you are special, and therefore you are getting this, and so is your mentor. There are pluses and minuses, and I would like my listeners to please let me know what you feel about it. Similarly, should this be an open thing? Should it be a company-wide announcement saying this is what we are going to do? We have a process of high flyers and A-class people who we will treat like this, and this is how we will select our A-class people. Should it be that transparent? Now, this again has pluses and minuses. The plus is that there is an amount of competition in the company and people know who are the good guys. But the minuses are those who have not made it might feel left out and might look outside. They might feel, oh, I don't have any future here because I'm not in the fast track. Therefore, let me look out somewhere else where they have a better appreciation for me. So there are pluses and minuses. Now, in this case, sometimes you have a fast track people and then you have a shadow group. That means people who have not made it but are potential can go there. Right? So we have a shadow group and you let some people manage the shadow group and the rest, if they leave, fine. Right? Because obviously that you can't take everybody up. You can't have so many high flyers. Then that creates a problem for the organization because no organization can actually absorb so many high flyers. So these are some of the things you have to grapple with. And I'd be happy to hear back from you. What do you feel? Should you tell the high flyer, the stars that you are being taken in this fast track movement and therefore you will be monitored and pushed up? Should others know that these are in the fast track? Should there be a general announcement saying these guys are in the fast track? Now, this is possible to have transparency if your organization is transparent. If somebody can walk up to your office or to his or her boss's office and say, why am I not in the fast track? Right? What do I need to do to get on the fast track? And if you can have such open and free discussions, I think it's a great idea to announce who's on the fast track and who's not. I've always believed in transparency. I've always allowed people to walk up to me and ask me. They may not agree with my decision. They may not agree with my logic, right? It's not that I agree with everybody else's logic. So they may not agree with my logic, but they should have the opportunity to understand my thinking and saying, this is why I am doing it and this is why you have lost out. With that, I think we will end today's session on this whole thing on retention and on handling of bosses. Next time onwards, we will look at other subjects. I will look forward to getting messages from you of what you would like to see. With that, it's Veer Sagar saying thank you very much till we meet again. Bye.